T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
What is up?
You look like you're in a video game.
I am. These are those new backgrounds.
I love them. I absolutely love it. That's super cool, bro.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good morning, man. You're in California, so it's early.
Yes, sir. A little early. Yes.
A little early.
6
Awesome.
o'clock.
Yeah. Somebody said Mark is Boomtron. Vita, I love it. Let's get going early today, Vita. That's right. Mark is in Boomtron.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the crazy thing, the logo is like right behind you, so we can't see it. So you're the logo. There it is. Love it. Love it. You got to do that the whole time.
Yep, I do. I have to lean sideways.
Lean sideways. Lean
All
back.
right.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Flight School. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. I know we've got people all over the world. We've got people on our translation lines. So, you want to do it today, Mark?
No.
Bienvenidos to the people on the Spanish line. Ciao to the people on the French line.
No.
No, not ciao. I mean, no, Italian line. Ciao is right, it's Italian, sorry. Bonjour to the people on the French line. And ahoy to the people on the Czech line.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Maybe I should have done it.
You should have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you might have got it right.
We got
I'm having another crazy morning. This has been a crazy week in technology. It's a crazy week in technology.
Why?
In addition to all the stuff that we've been working on our own, let's see, we had Holton's Instagram get faked and hacked, right? And I want to definitely give everybody a warning that if you get any crazy messages from people that you know, and you already have an account, a friendship with them, and you get another weird conversation, don't fall for it. They hacked mine. They did mine. They did Mr. Haynes. They faked his account too. They even faked Yasmina's account. Right? So it's crazy. So there's a lot of that going around. So I want to make sure we warn everybody to be vigilant, to kind of question weird messages you get from people pretending to be other people. I hate that folks do that, but it's a crazy world that we live in. Mm-hmm. And then today I woke up and my iPhone 12 is on the blitz. It's stuck here on this. So no calling or WhatsApps for T Gray today. So any of the team members that normally WhatsApp me during the broadcast with things I need to know, you text message me. I have text messaging up on my screen so that I can communicate with you.
Yeah, Tim Lambert says you need an Android, T Gray.
No, absolutely not. And here's the problem. The only people who can text message me are people with iPhones. Yeah. So it's
oh man,
it's crazy.
So Tim Lambert sent us 3,000 stars. He says, "Hello, Tunicorns. Happy Saturday, Boom Nation."
Way to go, Tim Lambert. Way to get it kicked off. That's what I'm talking about. I knew the Android people were going to have fun with that. They were just going to jump all over it. Like, time for Android, time for Samsung. No.
You like my cup?
Dude.
I love what I could find. There's no Ibüümerang cups here.
Let me move the screen over here so I don't have to look all over there. That is really funny, bro.
Yeah. Cup.
That is cute. That's all right.
That's a word. All right.
Whoever suggested that's a good idea. I'm going to open that up too, so that people can message me. All right. So let's get down to the good mornings. We got people on from everywhere, and we gave you guys just a little extra time. Big day today. We've got one of our Rockstar Diamonds who always delivers, coming with a big training today. That's none other than Mrs. Talitta Camero. She's got an incredible training lined up for you guys today. So you want to get your team on, wake them up. Let's get everybody showing up to the owners meeting. Why do we have to rattle owners to get them to come to the owners meeting?
Yeah, no. Yep.
Everybody
Shouldn't have to do that. Yeah.
Right. All right. Well,
So Sharita Hill says, Gray, just connect it to your charging cord and let it sit for about an hour or so. It will get back to functional mode. Okay. Might want to try that.
I'm just saying, this thing is almost taking flight, if you know what I mean.
Do not throw it.
Don't throw it. All right. It's on the charging cord. We'll see what happens by part 2.
All right. Yeah. So by the end of the flight school, we'll get an update, right?
That's right.
All right, cool. All right, we'll see if it worked. Right on.
Good morning, Rachel from the beautiful Cayman Islands. Yes.
Nice. Okay, so who do we have here? Who do we have? We've got, oh man, https:/something. Good morning from Atlanta.
What a name. All right. We've got Harrington Muhammad. Happy Juneteenth. Yes. Thank you for that very much. Pastor Marlon Baylor.
Yay.
School VIP in the house.
Topsy from Brahms Grove, Worcestershire, UK.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. We've got Sonny Cruz from where? Puerto Rico. You're late, bro.
I'm late.
know it's early in California, but you can do this. Christopher Ade from Ghana is in the house. We've got Larita Phelps from Queens, New York City. What's up?
Right on. And then we've got Eric Fritz, who just sent us 200 stars from the great state of Texas.
Dr. Marika Gardner is excited for the owners meeting from Canada. Yay. About Candy McDonald from all the way from right here in H-Town. What's up, Candy from Houston?
All right. Bart Bartlett.
Duran from Brunswick, Canada.
Bart Bartlett says, ready to go diamond, connect in 3 weeks. There we go. Look at you, Bart. Shannon Gibbs, I know he's from, I think, Michigan, right? Right, Shannon? Just sent 500 stars. Yes. Laura Johnson, Furman, South Carolina, 200 stars. Tanisha Clark sent 50. Ed Peterson says, hello, everyone. Beverly Pitts, Michigan.
What's up, Elf?
Jason John, Saskatchewan, Canada. There we go, Jason.
All right. Melissa from the Bronx, the Boogie Down. That's what I'm talking about. That's where I'm from.
Look at
Camelia
this.
from Austria.
Curtis Gooch, Goldie, Australia.
Bro, it's a New York takeover on the Zoom chat. We've got who was that from Harlem on here? Somebody, Jen from Harlem, right? Then the only thing better would be from the Bronx, because then you could be Jenny from the block. Get it? Anyway, Danica from Trinidad. That's what I'm talking about. TNT in the building. Ooh, Audra from Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Yeah. Excited about that.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
That's a new
Nova Scotia. I like it. William Black from Vegas and Heezy. What's up, William? How are you? Elaine Harris, superstar veteran from Chi-Town. What's up, Elaine, our resident forensic scientist? We love you.
Fire your boss, says Gray. Too early for him out.
Too early for what? For me to be loud?
Yeah, I don't.
It's never too early for me. I wake up like this. My wife doesn't talk to me for at least the first hour of the day. She's like,
yeah, she does.
Just too much.
She does. I guarantee it. So Ma'ata from Canberra, Australia. So she says it's cold, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Not
So
cold here.
it's different. Not cold here. Yeah. Not
Hey
cold
guys,
here in
it's
California.
8:13 a.m. and it's 96 degrees in Houston already.
Ooh, holy crap.
How you like it?
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're ready to get down to business. I see you said good
Yes,
morning,
sir.
everybody. We
Let's
got some
do
stuff
it.
to do, and we have to get
Do
to
it.
our diamond Talitta Camero. Again, another plug. Get your folks on the owners meeting. We've got one of our rock star millennial. I think they're millennials. They might be the group
Yes.
after that.
Nope. Millennials.
Millennials.
Sure.
So we got
Yes.
millennial diamonds, Daniel and Talitta Camero. And we had Talitta Camero doing a training today. Folks, they know how to build this business. I just want to just simple logic. You've got people on your team. How many of you wish that the people on your team would perform at the level of Talitta and Danielle Camero? Right? They're diamonds. Well, if you would like that, then you need to rattle their cages. I mean, I remember when I was building and when Mark was building, you know, we made it, it was a team policy. You couldn't even talk to us. You couldn't dial my number if you didn't show up at the training, right? People would call us up, right? You remember this, Mark, and they would say, oh, I got this question. I got this problem. Can you talk to this person for me? Whatever the request was. And our first question would be, were you at the training? And if they said no, we would literally say things like, lose my number then, right? Because you're not serious about your business. So I want to challenge you guys for this next half of 2021. If you truly want to have a rebound, you got to set some policies in your business. And one of the policies needs to be, if you're going to be an owner, act like an owner, show up to the owner's meeting. Okay. And we're going to give you the updates so that people know what's going on, right? People who don't show up at the owner's meeting don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on with the back office. They don't know what's going on with the tech platform. They don't know what events are coming up, et cetera, et cetera. They need to come on so they can get the information for themselves. I want to challenge you guys, don't spoon feed things to your people, right? If you spoon feed everything to your folks, like if you come to the training and then you give all the training information to your people, guess what you're teaching them? They do not have to come to the training because they're going to get it from you. So don't do it. Say, hey, you got to come. You're grown. You're grown enough to start a business and grown enough to show up at the owner's meeting. So get your folks to show up, and it's always going to be solid. The training, the information, it's going to be solid. All right. And for the amount of success that you can create at Ibüümerang, is it worth the time? Absolutely. That's why Mark and I and Holton and your Holton, your CEO, your global master ambassador, Edwin Haynes, and these diamonds never miss flight school. Never. They're having more success than anybody else. And they're always here. That's a clue. So that's my plug. I want to challenge you guys, get your teams on so that they can hear what Mrs. Talitta Camero is going to share in just a little bit.
Cool. All right. You can roll right into the disclaimer then.
Yeah. So let's talk about our disclaimer. So our disclaimer is a very important part of our business. You notice that I kind of checked myself a few times during my little rant, and I substituted the word success because I want to make sure that I model compliant behavior, because the disclaimer is really important, because there is an opportunity to make some serious money at Ibüümerang. We've got a very powerful and unique opportunity. We have a commitment to excellence. We're building a technology that is, when it's done, will be far superior to anything in this industry. And it all adds up to just an incredible opportunity to be successful. But here's the thing. We can't guarantee how much success you are going to have. We can't guarantee how much money you are going to make, or anyone for that matter, because everyone is going to come to the table different. For example, as I mentioned in my earlier rant, some are going to come to the owners meeting, some are not, right? So some people are going to have great success habits. Some people are not. Some people are going to do a little, make a little. Some people are going to do a lot and make a lot. Some people are going to do nothing and make absolutely nothing. So that's why we can't make income guarantees. The only person who can guarantee how much money you are going to make in Ibüümerang is the man or woman looking back at you in the mirror. That's our disclaimer. I'm sticking to it.
Good stuff. Man, you do that so well. So well.
Thank you.
All right. So those so the May calls are running right into the June calls.
Hey, Debbie Reeves, congratulations. She hasn't missed a flight school. She hasn't missed an owner's meeting in over a year. Way to go, Debbie. Sorry,
Right
Mark.
on. Nope, that's good. Yeah, good. We need to recognize people like that. People who are flight school veterans, like Bart Bartlett and Chrissy and all those other folks that are on every single week, and all the diamonds too, for that matter. So bottom line is never miss flight school. You know what? We've never missed a flight school.
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
I'm here in California. It's 6 a.m., 6:18, and I've never missed a flight school.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when we were in some island running around the resort, trying to find a spot with good Wi-Fi.
Yes.
20 of us. That was Cabo.
That was Cabo.
And you know what? The 20 of us, it was us and a group of diamonds. New diamonds, all running around trying to find a good signal because we didn't want to miss flight school.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, the May calls rolling into the June calls. So 2 English product call weekly, Wednesday at 2, elevate. And again, folks, you can get people on these calls. These are open calls. These are the calls that you get people on, you get your prospects on, because these calls will do the work for you. So Wednesdays at 2, elevate, Thursday 4, Zen Tech, and then we've got the Spanish Elevate product call on Fridays at 2 o'clock. So get your people on those calls.
That's right. Sam Bean, Diamond Sam Bean remembers that day. He's laughing at us on Facebook. He remembers the scramble day when we were trying to find that signal.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you know what? That was the Elite Diamond Retreat. That's why it was all diamonds.
That's right.
Yep. All right, featured on our blog. All these superstar and star achievers are being featured on the blog. If you want to be featured on the blog, go ahead and send us an email to marketing@iboomerang.com. Marketing@iboomerang.com. T. Greg.
Hey, before you call me out on whatever you're about to call me out on and try to trick me and get me on iboomhub.com, I want to say a huge good morning to the First Lady of Iboomerang and co-founder, Mrs. Erling Bugs. She is on the owners meeting, right? I see her on Facebook here. So, hey, everybody, that's leading by example.
Yeah. All I was going to say, T. Greg, is Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you too, bro. You're a good dad. You really are.
You are too, man. And also to the kids in the office. All right.
We do have kids in the office. Those are our children. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day to our Boomerang daddy, CEO and visionary Holton Bugs. Big special happy Father's Day to him. And our other Iboomerang daddy, global master ambassador, Edwin Haynes. These guys are working their butts off for us and being great fathers to their actual children in their lives. So we appreciate those guys. And to all of you, happy Father's Day, right? And you know what? I want to say even happy Father's Day to all the mothers who have to be fathers, right? So happy Father's Day to you guys too.
Yeah, awesome. Good deal. All right. So if you want to get this awesome background, go ahead and go to, where do they go, T. Gray?
You almost got me. iboomhub.com.
I'm throwing you softballs, bro.
I know, but you caught me drinking coffee and reading chat. So.
And then there's this.
Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Yeah. All right. I'll rub it in a little bit more. So go ahead and get on over there. Go Diamond Connect. Backgrounds, screensavers, phone wallpapers, everything are on iboomhub.com.
Yes.
Good stuff. All right. And then we've got a filter alert. Okay.
That's cool.
Take a look at this. So here's how it works. You've got to have somebody with you to use this filter. It's super cool. And when you both get in the frame, okay, you both get in the frame and you get close to each other, there's this connection, these beams that come together. And then as soon as you guys connect, then boomerangs start flying out from behind. So go take a look at it. Now, the way you do it is you go to Ibüümerang. Hold on a second here. Ooh. Hold on. And you go to, oh, hold on.
Okay. Y'all fancy. Are you looking for the place where you find the filters?
Yes.
You've got to go to your own, like,
It's here.
okay. Yeah, it's on that page. Yeah, bring your phone closer to you.
Oh, here.
Bring it like to your chest. Yeah, there you go. 'Cause when you push it close to the you can't.
There we go.
Yeah, bring it closer to your chest. Yeah, there you go.
Shoot. Now it's.
I went to sleep.
Yep, it did.
Yeah, no, closer to the camera is bad. Closer to you is better. There you go, because it thinks it's part of you.
All right. Okay. So it's right
Y'all see those guns?
there.
You guys see the gun show?
Anyways, so we've got the filters. It's a filter. So and it's called Connect with a Friend. Connect with
All
a
right,
Friend.
cool.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Ooh.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. You guys are doing a lot over there marketing, and we appreciate you guys. You guys do things to make us look good and also things to make the business fun. And we appreciate that so much. So you guys, that special touch you guys do is really, really appreciated and sets us apart.
Yep. Yeah. So again, on the screen, you can see it. It's the 3 little stars once you get to the Ibüümerang page.
Yeah. So, Sonny Cruz from Puerto Rico says they can't see it, but they appreciate the effort.
Well, it's on the screen there. So
You get an E for effort today, bro.
all right.
All right. What else do we
New
have?
diamond alert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We have us a new diamond, a brand new diamond, Mr. Darren Gibson. And you know what? I'm excited about this because so April, we had a challenging month, right? April was the month that we switched our technology platform. And despite the challenges, we had new diamond in April, right? We had the Schmakow brothers achieve diamond in April. And those challenges have continued during the month of May. And during the month of May, none of the reporting in the back office works. As a matter of fact, we're still getting that dialed in. So imagine you've got to fly the plane and you can't really see where you're going. You can't see if your numbers are balanced. You just have to just go for what you know and do what you know to do without the benefit of the instrumentation. And you know what? That's exactly what Mr. Darren Gibson did. He teamed up with our GMA, Mr. Edwin Haynes, went to work, did exactly what he knows to do, and went diamond. So congratulations, DG, Mr. Darren Gibson, on going diamond and showing everybody what you can do when you focus. And by the way, that was his first month in the business.
Yes.
First month.
Yep. So, and then we've also got a new emerald.
Yes.
Izzy Lepova.
Yes.
Yes. Izzy
Exactly.
Lepova.
And she's on Team Darren. So, not only did Darren Gibson achieve diamond, he's got people who've achieved emerald and ruby, multiple rubies and sapphires, etc. So great job, Team Darren.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right. Yeah. If you caught Tommy Johnson's training last Saturday, and he went over a prospect profile. It's now available for download on iboomhub.com. I didn't do that to you, T. Gray. So
Thank you.
So, yeah, it would have been easy though. So his prospect profile is available. Now, here's the thing though. Do not go and download the prospect profile until you listen to his training. Okay. It's up on YouTube and it's last Saturday's training. The owners who are here today were there last week, I'm sure, and they downloaded, and they can go ahead and download the prospect profile, but it's available for download, but don't download it until you listen to the training. So good stuff. It was a great training. Incredible.
It really was.
Yeah. All right. How about this?
Got new product training videos.
Where are they at?
iboomhub.com.
Throwing you softballs, bro. So product training videos, we get those up as soon as possible. And again, those 3 calls that we talked about at the beginning of the program here today, the Begin Flight School, the Elevate English, the Zen Tech on Thursday, and then the Elevate Spanish, those calls get put up on iboomhub.com under training, and it's product training. So bottom line, if you missed any of them, you can go back and you can re-watch those trainings. Now, April Braxton says that training last week was amazing. So she's probably talking about Tommy Johnson. So the bottom line is all of these trainings are available on iboomhub.com or our YouTube channel. Cool. Check this out.
Oh, that's super cool. Tell everybody about that, bro.
Yes, I will. So we had the first course, which was super cool, which was social media compliance. Okay. Social media compliance. And now we have a new course. It's called Sapphire Rush. Sapphire Rush. And we put this together and the team did an incredible job putting this together. It is the nuts and bolts, the blueprint, whatever you want to call it, to go Sapphire. And who teaches the course? The Sapphires, the people that went Sapphire teach the course. So bottom line is go over to the Sapphire, go over to iboomuniversity.com, iboomuniversity.com, not iBoomHub. I could have done this to you. I
You really would have got me on that one.
and go ahead and go over there and complete the course. So who's completed the course? Yeah, okay. So let's see here. Francis James in Los Angeles completed the course and is on fire, Dr. Latrice says. It's on fire. That is awesome. Zoom user completed the course. Edwina Hunt, I found this, did it yesterday. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Letitia Young completed the course. Lynn Williams completed the course. Avilio Camero.
Hey, Kamaya Vassar has completed the course as well. Patricia Jackson completed it, enjoyed the training. She's gotten started. She's like the Energizer Bunny now, she said. Carrie Ann Bacan completed the course.
Cool.
Awesome.
Excellent. So good stuff. So
we've got Sapphires who've already completed the course, like Elaine Harris. So,
yes.
It's not just for going Sapphire, it's for maintaining your Sapphire and laying a foundation to go Diamond. So great stuff, everybody. You want to take advantage of this. This is good.
iboomuniversity.com.
iBoom University. Sweet. Hey guys, just want to let you know how to get help. Go to the iboomhub.com, click on the support tab. It will take you straight to the FAQs that have been meticulously maintained. It was my $5 by our Executive Director of Customer Amazement, Ms. Angela Olivito. And by the way, sneak tip, there's also a support link in your back office, left side at the bottom.
Cool. Good stuff. Good update. All right, we've got star achievers, we've got superstar achievers. You want to be featured on iboomhub.com, and this is where you go to be on the blog. Send us your star achiever story to marketing@iboomerang.com. Marketing@iboomerang.com. All right, Bill Genius, still going.
Still going.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this. $873,000 saved to date. I was going through the Bill Genius statement that Mr. Bill sends us each month. And I was going through the statement so that we can include the Bill Genius commissions and the upcoming commissions. And it's just amazing to see the savings. And I'm going down the column. It says Sprint. It says Verizon. It says Comcast. It says ADP. It says all these companies that you know, recognize, and love if you're in the United States. And Bill is taking them head on, taking those bulls by the horn and saying, hey, I'm shaking out some savings. So good stuff for all of our people.
So Lashana Tripp says, my little $10 saved helped, I guess. Yes, it did, Lashana. Every little bit helps.
That's right. Your $10 is in there.
Yes. Edwin Hunt says, better believe that, Lashana. All right.
William Black says Bill Genius saved him lots on Verizon and Cox Cable in Las Vegas. So if you're in the United States and you have not submitted your bills to Bill Genius yet, please go ahead and do so. And we'll have you back in the customer acquisition business very soon.
Yep. Yeah. So look at these. So, hey guys, when you do get a testimonial, a Bill Genius testimonial, a Vibrise testimonial, an iGo testimonial, a Zents testimonial, Elevate, Skin Tech, send it to us. Send it to us, because I see people, talking about it right here. Like Tirza just says, I saved $50 from Verizon. Tirza, send us that. Send us the snapshot of your email that you get for the savings. Send it to marketing@iboomerang.com. Marketing@iboomerang.com. We need those stories. We need those testimonials.
Yes. Beverly Pitts saved over. You ready?
Yep.
Beverly Pitts saved over $1,700 with Bill Genius so far.
Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Good stuff. All right. So all of this good stuff, all of these backgrounds, all of these phone wallpapers, all of it. What is it? And the new filter. It's all about Go Diamond Connect. Go Diamond Connect. So it's July 10th and 11th, Houston, Texas, Marriott Marquis, beautiful hotel. Saw it. And it's got that cool Texas pool.
Yes.
Right?
The pool is in the shape of Texas.
Yes. Yep. So if you're not there, okay, first of all, you need to be there live. And you know what? I think we've got around less than 100 tickets left.
Yep, you are correct.
Yes, Jenny, can anyone go? Yes, anyone can go. So you got to get there. So yeah, Monica says 21 days to the event. Yes, Monica, it's 21 days. Yeah. So bottom line is yes, get to Diamond Connect, get there live too. Now,
That's
if you can't get there live, and also this is another thing, early bird pricing. So early bird pricing is $149. Okay. Regularly it's $199. Virtual is, virtual is $49. Slides are wrong. It's $99 regular.
Yeah.
So, but bottom line is well, it's going to go up to $99 eventually. So bottom line is get your tickets at $49 right now. Get your tickets at $49. All right. And the closing celebration, you cannot miss this. So, everybody talks about Ibüümerang parties, and we continue to talk about them long after they've ended. So you can't miss an Ibüümerang party. I know that team and Mrs. Bugs at the helm is not going to let this event pass without just making it the best closing celebration ever.
It'll be amazing. It'll be special. And if you're a superstar achiever, which means that you personally are a star achiever and you have 5 people that you've personally enrolled as star achievers, you actually get in for free. Now, you have to be a star achiever, a superstar achiever qualified. In what period of time, Mark? Do you remember?
June and July.
June and July. June and July, right? So if you're not a superstar achiever for June or July, you're going to have to actually buy a ticket. So let's go ahead and why buy a ticket, right? Just go superstar achiever. So we let you in for free.
Yeah.
Good job.
So I want the chats to light up. Who has their live ticket? Who has their live ticket? Okay. Who has their live ticket? Tin Lambert says booked. Oh, shoot.
Monica Castillo,
But the
book.
chats are going.
It's going too fast.
Yeah. It's hundreds of
Good listener. James Riddick. Really? I got to go like this because I can keep
Jay
up.
Walker.
Jay Walker.
Andre Smakehow. What? Andre is going to be here? Nice.
That's so
Ryan
fantastic. Carrie Ann, she's got her ticket. Denise Deriso, Sharon Gibbs, Carly Gwynn. Diamond, Samuel Bean, you better, bro. Absolutely. It's not a party without you. Cheryl Greer, Linda Nefertiti, Patton,
Dr. Latrice.
Dr. Latrice, Brian Waite,
Yep.
Monica Quap. It went away.
Oh, look at this.
Monica K.
Darren Gibson.
Darren Gibson, absolutely. Double B, Bart Bartlett. Hey, check this out. Alvaro Viteri from Ecuador will be in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Tanya Lawrence, yes. Come on. Kevin Clayton. And Andre and Mikhail Schmekow are going to be there. There's so many. It just keeps going.
Cool. All right. Good.
Monica from Budapest.
Yes. I cannot wait to meet her.
No, I can't wait, bro.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome. All right.
All right. Now, if you want to get recognized, go to iboomhub.com and right on the homepage, you've got register for recognition. Register for recognition. All right. T. Gray, talk about it.
What am I looking at? Oh, manage your tickets. Okay. You got me. All right. So if you've purchased multiple tickets, like some of you purchased tickets for other team members, go to iBoom Hub, click on events, click on Go Diamond, scroll, and you see this thing that says retrieve my ticket. That actually lets you log in and put their names on the ticket. So we're going to be scanning those tickets at the door, and then that way you can send them the PDF of their ticket or whatever, and they can have their own ticket on their phone. So that is super cool. And we're working to make things better for you every single day, but that way you can manage your tickets.
Awesome. Good deal. Okay. Elevate. Elevate. Yeah. I can't wait to play that song at the end. So we still got the founders thing going. So, when are we turning this thing off? Yeah.
No, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's we're there. We're well over 2,000. So,
2,000 in the rearview mirror.
So shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell Mr. Bugs. And get more people in, okay?
Hurry up and do it while you can. Like I say in Texas, you better get while the getting's good. No?
All right.
Make hay while the sun is shining.
That's it.
That's the one. Okay.
People have been telling me I got a little bit of a Texan accent. Yeah, back here in California.
What happened?
Yep. All right. So for the founders, it's $99.99 a month. Okay. Typically, it's going to be $149.99. So first 2,000, well, it's beyond 2,000 at this point. They will be grandfathered in at $99 $2,299 for 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a savings. That's a significant savings over the $149.99 a month. So bottom line is if you've got folks that want to join Ibüümerang through Elevate, go ahead and get them started with the Elevate package. Okay.
You know, I'm constantly monitoring the Project 10 chat, which is all the folks who are part of the pilot group for Elevate. And, you know, they came to this thing cold. They've learned how to trade. They've learned how to read what's going on in the market. And now they're showing their successes, real accounts and demo accounts. And it's crazy every day to see what these folks who knew absolutely nothing just a couple of months ago are doing. It's insane. So it's totally worth it. You know, the knowledge is there. And the knowledge costs $99 a month right now if you get in as a founder, and it's more than worth it. So let's do it.
Awesome. So, and then what you can do, and again, this is only if they want to join as an ambassador. They can't join as customers just yet. Okay. I've seen a lot of work going on the customer portal at this point. So bottom line is that's coming soon. So elevate your business with the Elevate playlist. Here's what you do. Take the videos that are at youtube.com/official elevate, send them out. And those testimonials, if those don't work, those testimonials should do the trick for you guys. Okay. Good stuff. All right. We got a contest too.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So June 1st through June 30th, you enroll to as ambassadors in Elevate. You get your name entered into the drawing one time. Every new ambassador, you get started in Elevate, you get one more entry into the drawing. So the prizes are incredible. 3 total prizes plus 1 bonus prize. So 3 sessions or 500 in a trading account. Okay. These are 3 private 90-minute sessions with your educator of choice, or a $500 real money trading account to be used on the Accelerate program for 60 days. I'm waiting.
And you can get that PS5, that ungettable PS5. We'll get you one if you win.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Then you get
Not fair, Mark. I was playing dirty.
Yeah. Falcon F10 trading computer valued at $1,799. This thing is a beast.
It is a beast. It is a beast. It's very, very special. It's optimized for trading. And guess what? Not only do you, if you're the top enroller, you get the F10 trading computer and you get $1,000 in your trading account. And if you just think about that for a second, you take what you learn, use your super cool computer to apply what you learn, and we give you the seed money to grow your account. What are the possibilities? You know, somebody might be telling a crazy story a year after about what they did with $1,000 that they won.
Awesome. Good deal. Okay. This is awesome. Talking about awesome. I'm going to give this one to you, dude.
Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? I see Skin Tech show special in the Czech Republic. That's right, folks. These Skin Tech orders, they're not flowing at light speed, but they are flowing. They are getting out the door. They are getting around the world. We are getting them out the door. And I want to give 2 people in particular a huge, huge shout, right? Because ultimately this is going to be done by teams of people who are in our warehouse making it happen. But right now, in order to get these out the door, you've got none other than your executive director of shipping and logistics, Tunde Brinson, and your CEO, Holton Buggs, rolling up their sleeves, getting on planes, going to Mexico to make this happen. So Second trip to Mexico happened over the last few days. Holton and Tunde in Mexico, making the shipping happen, doing some corporate things down there to get our facility in Mexico tight. And meanwhile, we've been backing them up at corporate, making sure that all of our other stuff is tight so that we can get our US operation going. I think this is a great place for me to give the update because my update actually ends with this. But folks, I just want to make sure that everybody gets this. Skin Tech is shipping. Get the word out to your teams, okay? Everybody's not on here who ordered the Skin Tech. Let them know. People in the United States have received their Skin Tech. People in Mexico have received their Skin Tech. People in England have received their Skin Tech. People in Czech Republic have received their Skin Tech. It is starting to flow, and we're excited about that. So let me share my screen here, Mark, real quick. I have a short update for everybody. The typos continue. It's not the week of 6/12, it's the week of 6/19. The first big news that I want to start with is that last week we got the May dual team commissions and fast start bonuses paid all 4 weeks of May in your e-wallet. That happened early last week. We're so excited that we got that done. We're never excited about delayed payments, but we are excited that we finally got that out. And I have been actually literally texting back and forth with your CEO during this broadcast because we're working to get last week's out within the next couple hours. So that should happen today. Looks like I got a thumbs up for our CEO that he's pressing the button on those. And we're working on the May monthly commissions. I spent personally a lot of time this week working on the iGo, Build Genius, and Vibe commissions, as well as the rank advancement bonuses that from the promo that we ran in the month of March. It's so important to us that we get you your money, and we are now at a place from a technology standpoint where we are able to do that. So we're getting all of that out the door. Let the other owners know that's happening. So we're excited about that. You know, that's just one of the things that we love to do. We love to pay you guys. You know, we always say make HB pay. He loves to pay. All right, subscriptions had to wait until we finish commissions. So subscriptions will start running today. We will start running the commissions. Today we're going to run the 1st to the 19th. So if you have a subscription date of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 19, it's going to run today. All right, if you haven't done it yourself already, okay? Of course, you can manage and process your own subscriptions if you want in the subscription manager. If you want to pay it right now, just go there, click on pay now, and you'll do it on your own. So that's one of the cool new things that we've introduced. We've given you the power over your subscription, but we'll be running those starting today, and then effective tomorrow, we'll be running them every day. This week, in terms of fixes, we did a lot that you can't see. It's a lot that happened in the back. It's a lot that happened in the administrative back office. Customer service is cranking. I got a great call, Mark, from our executive director of customer amazement, Angela Olavito, yesterday. You know, she said, I've cleared the escalation backlog. That was such a great call to get, right? All the things that had to be escalated to senior management level because of the fixes that we've been making, she's been able to get that cleared. And then all the little glitches that people are experiencing, Angela has been communicating with our dev team to make sure that they know. For example, a couple of days ago, we had something that was popping up on the screen, and Angela was able to work with our dev team to help get that fixed. So she's been a great partner to me in getting this done. I just want to say I appreciate you, Angela. Thank you very much. All right, Elevate. I want to talk about Elevate because, you know, there's so many different pieces to our platform, and Elevate is one of those. For those of you who have subscribed to Elevate, it got incredibly better this week. As if the knowledge itself wasn't enough, the platform is continuing to improve. So now on the homepage, we do not have just the tutorial video. We have your first 90 days video. Like what should your first 90 days of learning to trade foreign exchange look like? Well, that video is up, and there's an associated first PDF, first 90 days PDF document. Okay. Now, here's another thing that's crazy cool. And you know what I'm going to do just to kind of show you this one, because I was trying to figure out how to do it, but I said, you know what? The best way to do this one is going to be to show you. All right. So hold on a second. Let me just give you guys just a quickie tour over here. Here we go. And boom. So one of the new things is right here, the live session prerequisites. So for those of you who are subscribed to Elevate, and those of you who are not, are getting a sneak peek, these educators, they have live training sessions that are advanced. So after you've done your basics, you can get into their classes and learn some advanced trading techniques. But before you get into their live trading classes, you have to take their prerequisites. So John Spencer, the leader of this, the top educator, he teaches a technique called Smart Cloud. These are the videos you need to watch before you can start jumping into his Smart Cloud trading. Okay. Same thing with Derek Krispy Kreme. Crisp, that's what we call him, Krispy Kreme. He teaches something called time, price, opportunity. These are the videos you need to watch before you can take his class. Curve teaches Curve, Super K teaches smart money. These are the 4 videos you need to watch before you can start jumping into his live class. And you can see we have that for all of our educators now. So, hey, if you are not subscribed to Elevate, you need to go ahead and subscribe to Elevate and start getting this knowledge, All right. And then I think I don't have much more for you guys. The last thing was Skin Tech. More orders have shipped. Tune literally got off the plane, came out of the airport, went straight to the office, didn't even go home first, to tell us that more orders have shipped throughout Mexico. We're shipping to Latin America. We're shipping to Czech Republic. We're shipping to lots of other countries. I didn't list them all. And more shipments to the United States have cleared. And we've been working on some other things this week that are going to literally open the Skin Tech floodgates in the next week or two. So thank you for your patience. Skin Tech is super exciting, and we can't wait for it to just start dropping on your city like a Skin Tech bomb. All right, that's it. That's the update. Back to you, sir.
I like that, like a Skin Tech bomb.
Skin Tech bomb, a bomb of protection. Everybody's protected for 4 hours.
That's so good. That is so good. All right, man. Speaking of Skin Tech, we've still got the show special for you guys. So I don't know when this is ending. I think this will probably be the last week. I think.
And you might not see this for much longer.
Yeah.
You don't have
GMA.
Yeah.
Yep. So bottom line is if you don't get your Skin Tech show special this week, or get people signed up for Elevate at the Founders, then it's probably your last week to do this. And the other thing that's probably going to happen too this coming week is we're going to raise the price for Go Diamond. So get those tickets. All right. It's time.
It's that time.
It's time. Talitta, Miss Talitta Camero, please come on and join us.
Hey, what's happening? There you go. And
Yes,
just like that, flight school got a whole lot better looking.
Hello, welcome. You guys are amazing. I'm here entertained, engaged, and learning. This is amazing. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Hey, you got your coffee. You're all set. You're all ready. I already can tell you, and you know, Talitta, we've been telling people from the minute flight school started that they're in for a blessing today. It's not by any accident that you and your husband, Danielle, have achieved Diamond the way that you've done. You're an example for millennials. You're an example for everyone who wants to just live a freedom lifestyle. So we just can't wait to hear what you've got for everybody today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Steve Gray. Thank you so much, Mark. Hello, everyone. Please let's fire up this chat in gratitude to Mr. Mark Kidcar and Mr. Tigray for everything they've been doing for us, for all the updates, and for the hard work behind the scenes that you don't get a chance to see. But us diamonds, we hear it, we see it non-stop, even 24/7 if necessary, on top of their game to giving us the absolute best opportunity in the world. So thank you so much. I couldn't start a better way than thanking our corporate team, every single one of you guys that day in and day out are doing the extra for the big team. Thank you. We appreciate you. If it wasn't for you, your principles of giving more than what you asked for, we probably wouldn't have this amazing opportunity, this incredible vision. And I also want you guys to help me on the chat, on the bottom of your Zoom or on Facebook, give a huge thanks to our CEO, Mr. Holton Buggs and Miss Erling Buggs, and our GMA, Mr. Edwin Haynes and his lovely wife, Andrea Haynes. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We are beyond grateful. I don't think we have enough words or enough time in a day to express our gratitude, but the best way we know how to is our hustle. So here we are for the next hundreds of years. If you're in with me, if you're beyond grateful for this opportunity, that let me tell you, it didn't have to be here today. It had an opportunity of not being an opportunity for all of us, and they decided to make it for us. So I think that we all should be beyond, first and foremost, grateful to be alive, to be breathing, to be above ground, and secondly, for this phenomenal opportunity at this time, ladies and gentlemen, at this time. So let me see here. I have a little something that I put together real quick this morning, just so I don't lose track. Let me see if I can share it with you. Let me see. I don't think that's it. Give me just 1 second, share computer, desktop. Okay, here we go. Oh, you see my elevate sign? You know that we're in it for business, ladies and gentlemen. When you see that, we are in love with this opportunity and everything that goes with it. Well, I want to show you guys this picture to start off today. And this message that I have for you is going to be very quick. Let me tell you why. Because we have hundreds and thousands, I could even say, of hours worth of information, of training, of education, of personal development, of how-to skill sets, training. Week after week, we have calls with people that are in the trenches, are out there making it happen. How-tos from inspiration every morning at 9 a.m. here in Atlanta, depending on wherever time you are, maybe 8 a.m. and so forth, but inspiration, daily inspiration. We have fitness videos recorded for you to go out there and get active and get engaged in your health. And we have so much as part of our system that I would be a fool to come in here and train you guys on incredible things for a long time, when we have resources really easy to access at our Ibüümerang page, at the Vault, at iBoom Hub. I mean, we have it all in our YouTube channel, on Instagram. There's stories as well. There is videos. I mean, guys, we are full. We are full of information. So I wanted to share you this image today because I wanted you to see what we see. You know, the reason why we were able to be where we are today, the reason why we were able to create our story here with Ibüümerang is because we knew where we were going. From day one, when we decided to become entrepreneurs, we wrote it down. We wrote down exactly what we wanted to achieve. And we decided to, whatever it takes, we're gonna achieve it, because we knew the most important thing in the equation was us. We knew that if we were going to go somewhere, if we were going to do something, if we were going to join an opportunity, it wasn't for the opportunity. It was for us. It was to achieve what we wanted to achieve. It was for us to become better, to become greater, to become a better version of ourselves, to have different results in life. Because what we were having, Daniel was working full-time Frontera Mexican Grill. His dream was to become a soccer player, had to leave his dream, quit his dream to help and support his family at the time that needed his support. And he started to work full time. How many of you guys can identify with a story like that? Many of you probably quit something because of necessity, because of need. Let me see it in the chat. If you know somebody, or maybe if it's you, that stopped something halfway because of a need or because of a necessity. Well, listen to this. If he had the right mentor, if he had the right person in his ears telling him, do not quit. You have a big dream. You've put in hundreds of thousands of hours into this. Since you were 5 years old, every day in and out, nonstop, practicing in the field. Before practice, you were practicing. After practice, you were practicing. Before games, you were training. After games, you were training. Nonstop, because he had a dream. And if he had the right coach guiding him, he would have said, don't quit. Even if your parents need it right now, don't quit. You're closer than you think. You're almost there. And it's going to pay, but it's going to pay a lot more than what a Mexican restaurant can pay you full time. And why do I tell you this? Because when we decided to become entrepreneurs, and that's his story. My story, I was working a full time at an insurance company. I also cleaned houses, worked for my dad's company, always trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Couldn't go through college, didn't have the right paperwork here. Many of you may know, many of you may not. I'm from Brazil. And at that point in time, when I had turned 19 years old, I was ready to go to college. I had good GPA. I had a 3.5. So, hey, that's pretty good for somebody who hated school, couldn't stand reading these books that didn't entertain me, didn't interest me, and was terrible at remembering things for tests. You know, I had the principle of success, copy the right cat, but I don't think you're allowed to do that in school. So I think I never got caught, but I always use that principle, copy the right cat, right? And I made it out of high school. But I had a pretty good GPA because I was pretty friendly with the teachers. I stayed extra. I went in early and, you know, kind of connected with people. So I was always a people's people, right? I knew school wasn't for me, but I wanted to go to college because that was the only thing I knew that was the next step, right? Until last picture over here on the screen, we found our mentor. We got invited. Daniel got invited to an event. He came back, completely changed his vision. Like, he didn't sell me anything, guys. He didn't even tell me anything. He just looked at me. By the look on his eyes, I was like, this guy found what he wanted. He found what's gonna take him to reach his goals and dreams, because his eyes were shiny. His eyes was like, he didn't even have to say a word. So when I looked at him and I was like, okay, he doesn't have to tell me what happened. I can tell that something big is coming. So he told me, well, we're gonna do this. And I said, okay, you don't have to say anything else. I see it in you, you know? And that's probably what people need to see in you. Some people may need to see that shine in you, that shine in your eyes. But you would only get that at an event. You will only get that at an event. If Daniel had not gone to that event and somebody told him about the business opportunity, he probably would have believed it because he's a dreamer, he's a visionary. But he probably wouldn't have had the shine in his eyes like he did when he came back from an event where he met Mr. Holton Bucks. Not personally from stage, but he met him. And he listened to him. And he said, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to associate myself with this gentleman. He had the right principles. He was sharp as a tack. He was visionary. He sold Daniel on himself that he could do it based on his story. Mr. Bug's story is absolutely incredible. And every single one of you here, you have your story too. The difference between where Mr. Bugs is today, our CEO who gave us this opportunity, and you, is that he did everything with a little bit more excellence than you. Maybe you haven't understood that you're the key to your success. It's not Ibüümerang. It's not the challenges that you may have to overcome in a company. Guys, there's companies out there that when they were in the process from going from millions of dollars to billions of dollars, they took huge, heavy lawsuits. People try to sue the companies in the United States and in Europe not Ibüümerang, other companies out there, when they were in transition to becoming billion-dollar companies. Major shifts had to happen in these companies, and there was a lot of adversities. Why do I tell you this? And now they're billion-dollar companies. There's always going to be some type of adversity. As much as we don't want, life is about that, overcoming challenges, you know, and overcoming the adversities that come your way, being stronger than your problems, being stronger than the problems, and developing leadership. When you can lead yourself, you will be able to lead organizations. You'll be able to lead groups. But how do you lead yourself? Understanding that you are key and that everything that you do affects everything. Everything affects everything. And I hope I wrote that right, because I'm here typing and I'm like Portuguese, English, Spanish, some words, it's been a while since I've been in school, so some of these words may not be spelled right. I'm like, Lord, help me. But at least y'all know that I'm not perfect, which is amazing. I might look sometimes, I might come off sometimes, but I'm not. Far from it, okay? So as you know, you are key. So you can see here on the screen, everything that you do matters. And for the longest time, probably you've been letting yourself down. And you know what? Every letdown that you do, that you give yourself, even in your personal life, affects how your outcome, affects who you are. Let me see here in the chat. I know y'all blowing up the chat. Maybe you're telling me my spelling is wrong. Let me see. Oh, let me go back. Chat. Guys, technology is not my strength. Oh, maybe because I'm screen sharing. Ah, Lord. Okay, we're good. I can't see the chat. So we're just going to leave it at that. And we'll go back here. And we're live. So as you guys know, everything affects everything. And let me tell you something. Once you don't do something that you tell yourself you're going to do, even the smallest thing is, I'm going to go pick up the trash that's full, and you don't do it, that's a letdown, and that starts to accumulate. Now imagine, maybe if you're 40 years old, imagine 40 years of that accumulated letdowns. That's a whole lot, and you want major results immediately. But you can't believe yourself, you can't trust yourself, because you haven't cleaned up yourself. And how do you clean up yourself? I know many of you are probably asking, Talitta, how do I do it? How do I get out of this rut? How do I start believing in myself? How do I start developing my self-esteem? How do I clean it all up, right? Because for you to be on that stage that you see in that picture, for you to be on those tables that we always dreamed of being in, that thank God now we get the opportunity, thanks to our team, thanks to this opportunity, we get the chance to be on that stage. After 6 years, ladies and gentlemen, 6 years of wanting to be on those tables, of desiring, and not just wanting, putting in action, developing the skill set. I hands down can tell you that there's nobody out there that I've met so far that is as disciplined, as committed to the numbers, like mathematical, like mechanics, like Daniel Camero. He is obsessed with hitting the numbers, with doing what it takes, whatever it takes. You told me 1,000, it's 1,005. Not 1,000, 1,005. I'll go a little extra. If it's not coming through, it don't matter. Let's go to 2,000, right? Always been like that, always, even when we didn't even have any results. But he was believing in himself because he said he was gonna do things and he was doing them. And we also went through a process. It's normal for you to go through those processes because your past, what you've done in the past has brought you to where you are today. You all know that. This is not new. You know that today, what you're living, what you're experiencing is not based on what you did yesterday or a week ago or 2 months ago or even a year ago. What you're living today is a result of your past years. The last 5 years have brought you to where you are. And if you want to be somewhere different in the next 5 years, I have good news. You can, because we're human beings. We have the right mechanism to do that. You can change in the next 5 years, but you gotta develop yourself. You gotta listen to personal growth. You have to use your imagination. You have to use your mind. You have to read. Why? Not because reading is going to give you money, but reading is going to allow you to tap into your mind. When you read words, it allows you to create an image in your mind. And if you develop that faculty, if you are able to develop images in your mind, you can change your story. Oh, that's deep. That even got me excited. You can change your story, guys. You can change your story. So the story that you're living, what you're living right now, it's not your real story. It's not your real truth. It's just a result of what you lived. Yes, even if you're a successful businessman and woman, the reason why you're successful the way you are today and not more successful or have the freedom of time like we have in this industry or have millions of dollars of residual income coming in every month is because you don't have that image. Well, let me tell you, it is possible. We've seen it. We know it can happen. And we're being led by a visionary, by a group of visionaries, Mr. Holton, by Mr. Edwin Haynes, who's been there, done that, developed large sums of residual income. I'm not going to talk about money because then I have to go into disclaimers and all of this nonsense. But let me tell you, we build residual income so we can get this money, invest into some passive income, and make that money work for us. It's like modern slavery, but money being the slave and not you. Okay, so everything starts with you, okay? And you change it all up by start developing new habits. Not only have intentions, don't just intend to do things. Oh, I got excited and I'm gonna do it. Okay, great. You got inspired by someone else. Now, how about you get inspired by yourself? By doing what you say you're gonna do, even on the smallest thing. 10 push-ups. 10 push-ups, ladies and gentlemen. 10 push-ups a day can make the biggest difference. I'm not gonna show you my muscles, but 10 push-ups a day can make a big difference. And just intent on its own, it's not gonna get you anywhere. You can have good intentions. You can really from deep down your heart, desire to be impactful and be a good team player. But if you don't put into action, it's gonna get cold. You're not gonna set up the disciplines. You're not gonna set up what you need to set up for you to win. Okay, guys, it's very important to write this down. Please, forget everything else that's going on in your life right now. Fathers, mothers, just focus. This is for you. This is you. This is your time. I know it's Saturday morning. Maybe you wanna, kind of drift a little bit to family and do what most people do, which is entertain themselves and slowly drift from their focus, from their giving their best. But I want you to listen to this carefully. It's time for you to set up the life that you want to live. Set it up. Don't just think of it. Don't just hope for it. Set it up. Design it. Design the life that you desire. And see yourself as the team player. See yourself on the stage. Look at this image. That's why I posted. See yourself there, speaking, sharing your story. Not, oh, Talitta, I'm scared of speaking on stage. Who cares? Nobody's telling you to go there and be something you're not. Just go there and share your story. Share who you are. Hey, my name is Talitta. Or hey, my name is John. Or hey, my name is Michael. Or hey, my name is Raul. By the way, happy birthday to our next Ruby, Raul Castillo, and everybody in June. Everybody, all the June babies, happy birthday. Wishing you the best. I know that you're in the right place with the right people, and your birthdays could be a lot better in the next few years if you just stick and stay and change and make it happen. But set up and design your new life, guys. Set up and design it, okay? Listen to this quote, which has me going for the last few months, and I wanted to share with you today. A little, for all these people that think you're doing the best, think you're doing what you gotta do. A little less than your best. I don't know where to look, the camera's in the middle. A little less than your best will affect your conscious mind, will affect you to the point where you'll be challenging your philosophy, where you diminish, listen to this, your self-respect, your self-worth, a little less than your best. So when you're doing something and you're not doing it at your best, it's affecting your conscious. It's affecting you. It's adding up. It's adding on. It's adding on to that tank of you're not worth, or you can't do it, or it's not for you. Or maybe you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you're not disciplined enough. You don't have the skill set. It's adding into that tank, to that negative tank. A little less. I'm talking about a little less. I'm not talking about you're not doing it. I'm just talking about a little less than your best. You know when you're in your best. You know when you show up. That's how you got to do it every day. That's how you got to do it every day. That's how I have to do it every day. That's how Daniel have to do it every day. Yes, I'm a full-time mom. I am a full-time mom. I can get some help thanks to being able to have more income, thanks to Ibüümerang. I am able to have some help. But I'm nowhere near where I need to be to have the help I need to have. There's always room to grow. There's always things to achieve. I'm nowhere near where I need to be right now. And I'm sure many of you are not either. How many of you are where you want to be right now? Let me see it in the chat. If you're good, if you're okay where you at, it's fine. You're doing fine. You're getting things done little by little. Let me see. Well, I kindly ask you to leave the chat or the Zoom, because this is not for you. This is for winners. This is for people who really want to set up their life to win, who really wants to capitalize and being in before momentum of a major billion-dollar corporation that we have right now. So it's time for you to set up your life as a team player that you are designed to be here. Yes, it's easy to get drifted away, but that's why you have us. That's why you have the system. That's why you have coaches. That's why you have a team. Upwards, not downwards, not your success team. I'm talking about your mentors. I'm talking about the people that brought you into the business. I'm talking about people that you're holding hand up here and not down here. Don't drift. It looks ugly. Don't drift. Don't be warm. Lukewarm is nasty, either hot or cold. Don't be in between. Everyone that joins this incredible opportunity, either through Elevate, either through Ibüümerang, all the other branches, which is Vibe Rides, the Zen Slime, Bill Genius, it doesn't matter through what I go. You have a story. You have a story. You just don't know it. You haven't developed it. I'm not going to share you today how to develop your story, but that's something for next time. Understand that once you join this opportunity, you have a story. Now, your next step is not to go out there and become majorly successful. Your next step is to have a real testimony. In my first day, I was able to save a couple $100 on my bills. I was able to find the trip I wanted to go on for the longest time. And I see here that it's going to cost me $6,000 total, and it was going to cost me $10,000. I'm saving here a few $1,000s through I Go. That's a major story. You haven't bought it, but you already see where you're gonna go. You already plan it, so you already have a story of what you see that it could be through I Go. I don't know if I'm explaining myself. Let me see it in the chat. Let me see it in the chat. I need to know. I need to know if you're getting what I'm saying. That you have a story. That you have a story. And I know and I understand only 20% of you are gonna respond to my questions. Only 20% of you are going to engage, because only 20% of you are going to be in the field playing, right? As in soccer, Brazil, not all the players are in the field at the same time right now in Copa. Not all the players are playing, right? Only the 20%, only the real deal. The ones that understand that they are key players, like Neymar, right? The best of the best. Cheers to all my soccer fans all over the world. It's okay if you're not a fan of Brazil. You'll be crazy if you're not, but anyways. So design your life, guys. Design your life. Design your life, okay? Make sure you see yourself as a key player. Now, it may be scary. I understand. It may be scary because it's an unknown world. But once you go to Gold Diamond, it won't be so scary, because you say, wow, it's scary when I don't know, that I'm in this world by myself, that I'm home and everybody around me don't believe in what I'm doing. That's scary. But when I'm in Gold Diamond, that I have the blessing to be alive, to participate in, to be in the environment, cost whatever it costs, because there's people in Europe that can't get over here, that wish they could get over here. Whatever it took, even if it took them paying thousands and thousands of dollars, they would have come if it was open. how I've seen in many, many years, even young adults, like at the age of 22, 23, 24, scraping up money to come from Europe to learn here in the US at an event. And if you're in the USA and you don't go and these tickets are not sold out yet, you're beyond your mind. Being conservative on success? How can you be conservative on your success? You don't design a dream life being cautious, being limited. No, it's all or nothing. I'm gonna do it or I won't, right? A little less than your best, ladies and gentlemen, a little less than your best will affect your conscious mind, will affect your self-esteem. And what we want to let you know is that you are born for greatness. You are born out of trillions of sperms and eggs and whatever. You are born. And if you can see and you can hear me, you are blessed. You're perfect. You're perfect. If you can walk, you're even more perfect. If you can think on your own, oh, you have age. So why keep using your stinking thinking? Where your thinking has gotten you today is not where you want to be. So stop thinking for yourself. Use successful people, surround yourself with successful people, and you will start to develop these skill sets. You'd start to believe in yourself. You will start to see you're not the only one. You will start to stop victimizing yourself, okay? Looking at yourself as, oh, my circumstances, oh, my income, oh, my husband, oh, my wife, oh, my kids, oh, no. You will look at yourself as in, yes, I got this, man. I was born for this. I don't know how many of you seen that crazy fight a couple weeks ago. I even messaged Mr. Tigre. I was like, this is crazy. One of the greatest legends in boxing fighting a YouTuber. Who won? Both, because they had it arranged to both win. And so there was no knockout, there was no major win, it was just an entertainment, okay? And this young boy, why do I talk about this? Because this young boy decided that he was gonna be the key player. He was gonna do it, whatever it took. Taking all the money he had on his account, all the millions of dollars, put it on the table. It made a deal. You don't think that's scary? Heck yeah, that's scary. But guess what? He was ready, he was willing, and both won. And now, that little money that he had, which probably was a whole lot for a lot of us, millions and millions of dollars, now is multiple times by 100 or 10. I don't know, a whole lot more than he had. Maybe you're holding on so tight to that last few dollars. Holding it so tight. But if you don't put it on the table, sooner or later, that tight hand, that tight dollar is gonna slip out in emergency. I don't know, something will happen. It always does. And you not only lost an opportunity to become greater, to become better, to really believe in yourself, to trust yourself. Dr. Latrice, you're beyond diamond, lady. You're beyond diamond. Are you sharpening yourself? Are you surrounding yourself with great people? Are you in the environment? Are you consistently doing what it takes, guys? Are you? I mean, right now, we have material in the company for diamonds to be popping up like popcorn. Well, every month, a new diamond. Last few months, we had a new diamond and a new diamond in Czech, a new diamond in Illinois, a new diamond that you guys are going to be hearing from very soon. It is possible. And it's not because these guys came here with thousands of people ready. No, these people worked. They chose themselves and their people chose themselves and they led by example. You can too. You can too. And don't think about diamond, think about the next step. What's the next rank for you? Right now, for the month of June, what's the next rank? What's the next rank? Oh, Talitta, but I didn't even requalify my own rank. Okay, let's requalify your rank. What's the rank that you qualified initially that you're set right now? For those of you that don't know rank, it's okay. Position, where you are right now in the business. What's the next step? What does it take? I should, I can, I will, and celebrate. That's the mindset, that's the vocabulary, guys, that we need. We need you, we need players, we need winners. It is your time. We have all in place. As you've heard, Mr. Holton Buggs, as you've heard on many calls, Mr. Edwin Haynes doing tours all over the world, all over the US, soon to be in Mexico. You've heard of these great businessmen traveling on your behalf, and you're still thinking if this works, if this is for you? They have no need to do this. Our diamonds, Mr. Ventura and Mr. Luis Ventura and Ms. Fernanda Vera, tour Mexico, Toluca, Tijuana, and all Pachuca, all these places that they're going. Why? Not because they need you, but because they believe in you. Do you believe in yourself? Are you setting up your winning environment? Guys, I'm gonna finish with this. Don't just live another year. Don't just live another month. Live intentionally. Live purposefully. Live as you are a team player. Feel, believe, set up your story. You can do this. You need this for you, but we need that too for the world. We need your story. We need you. You don't have to. We've seen people tall. We've seen people skinny. We've seen people fat. We've seen people short. We've seen people white. We've seen people Brazilian. We've seen people Venezuelan. We've seen people from Mexico. We've seen people from Europe, all walks of life, from all backgrounds of life, from doctors to lawyers to house cleaners to people that didn't even get a chance to go to college, to people, high school students, right? From people working in Frontera, from professional football player, Mr. David Hunt. We have professional football player, Mr. Rod Smith, legends. We have people from all walks of life. This opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, is good enough. And if you're stuck and if you're watching the challenges, it's because you're not watching your leadership. You're not focusing on the right thing. Focus on your leadership. Lead yourself. Focus on you. What you can't control, you can't control. And as you cannot control what you cannot control, you focus on your leadership skills. Develop. Lead people to see the good. Lead people to what works. Don't lead them to what doesn't. Don't focus on what doesn't. Don't even repeat what doesn't work. Don't put energy onto what you don't want to expand. What you focus on expands. What are you focusing on? So I hope that you have your ticket to go diamond. Not only for you, start to find out how you can invite more people. Talk to the person that brought you. Work as a team. You find yourself as a real player. Don't just get fired up and let the fire go down. Get fired up, let the fire go down. We're in it, we're out, we're hot, we're cold. No, stay consistent, stay consistent. A tree does not grow as tall as it does and doesn't stand as long as it does because somebody pulls it out of the ground and plants it back. Pulls it out and plants it back. No. Somebody plants it and water it in the rain and everything happens to it, but she stays there strong because she knows her ground. Do you know the ground that you're in right now? A 2-year-old company projected to be billions of dollars. Our CEO associates with billionaires. He probably doesn't put all his life out there like many other people in the industry do, but we have the greatest, an icon, a legend leading this company. And you're gonna bet and you're gonna think and you're gonna even imagine that the grass is greener anywhere else. You're a fool to think that. And if you don't believe in yourself, you're a bigger fool because we believe in you and nobody out there is gonna believe in you like we do. And that's hands down. So ladies and gentlemen, you got the real deal. This is the real deal. Ibüümerang is the real deal. Transparency all the way. We hope you found yourself a home, but more than anything, we hope you find a winner in you to make it happen. Not now, but right now. Get this month done. Take an action. Finishing this call, you will be inspired. Take action. One more person, and don't let yourself down. One step at a time, one day at a time. For my part, guys, that's all. I hope you have a blessed Father's Day weekend. Make sure you take opportunity not to talk about your business to everybody, but to pique their interest and qualify them to talk about your business, because you don't just throw business out there. You identify the people who are willing and wants it and needs it. You find the need and you give it to them, okay? That's pique their interest. All right, guys, that's all for me. Thank you so much. Mark, thank you so much. T. Gray, thank you so much. Mr. Holton Bugs and Mr. Edwin Haynes, we love you, we appreciate you, and we're here to serve.
Wow, Talitta, way to bring the fire on Saturday morning.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, Talitta. So that was next level, right? I have heard you coach and train in the past. What's in your coffee? No, it's not something that's in your coffee. It's inside you.
That's right.
And this was one of the best trainings I've ever heard from you. And again, you've just leveled up. Thank you so much.
You. We're elevated all the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. We appreciate that. I mean, and it's, you just touched us all, at the heart of us as an owner, and you just brought straight truth. And I hope everybody received it as such, because you really gave them the secret of why you and Daniel have been so incredibly successful. And it's truly something that anyone can do if they adopt the mindset that you shared today.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. No, I'm ready for our team and our whole company to go to the next level. We have the best here.
Cool. Well, I tell you what, let's do two things real quick. Number one, let's take our picture. And then why don't you stay on and help us make a big announcement from our CEO, Mr. Holton Bugs. Okay.
What an honor.
So we're gonna go ahead and take our picture real quick. Everybody get your screenshots ready. Here we go. And boom. All right, you guys get that? Good. All right. I'm going to put something up on the screen. Talitta doesn't know what it is. Mark does. And it's going to be, Talitta, I want to hear your reaction to this for everybody. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3, and boom. Your CEO and mine, visionary leader who always tries to make it work for everyone, is extending an opportunity for you to make up your Star Achiever. So if for whatever reason you missed Star Achiever in April or May, because it may have been due to our technology switch, difficulty processing a payment, not being able to see your numbers, being a little bit confused, no problem. Mr. Bugs is making an opportunity so that you do not have to have a gap in Star Achiever and start over. I know that was heartbreaking for so many people. So what we are going to allow you to do, what Mr. Bugs, he literally texted me during your training, Talitta, and said, give everyone this opportunity.
Wow.
So if you missed Star Achiever in April or May, you can make it up with a June order. All right, so what you got to do is, how much did you miss by in April? How much did you miss by in May? And do an order in June that covers that amount of volume. Now, I want to be crystal clear, that volume will be credited to the month of June, and it will be paid in the June commissions. But we will go back and give you credit for being Star Achiever in April and or May, whichever you missed. Okay? Whichever you missed. What do you think about that, Talitta?
This is insane. This is not only one gift, this is like 3 gifts.
Mm-hmm.
You not only you get to redo it, you get to do the difference, which that's insane. And not only that's a second gift on its own, you get to do it and you get credited for the no, this is incredible. And how many times in life you get an opportunity to do something twice?
You do not. Very, very rarely, right? And what's really important about this is the Star Achiever program, right? So the recognition that is being designed for Star Achievers is off the charts, okay? The recognition is off the charts because this is our most important program that you possibly could participate in. It's really a key element to the Go Diamond formula, right? So here's the deal, guys. You don't want to have gaps. Many of you guys are were Star Achievers starting in February. So you had Star Achiever 1 and Star Achiever 2 done. And maybe now you are at risk of missing 3 and or 4. And now Mr. Bugs, in his visionariness and in his generosity, has made an opportunity. Now, here's what we're doing, guys. We're making a form, all right? We scrambled. We already have it built. And the marketing team is going to put the link up. They're going to put a link up on iBoom Hub. And so if you are doing the makeup, you'll need to go and fill out that form and let us know the order numbers that make up your Star Achiever for April and May. Okay, it's very simple. Just follow the directions. It asks you for your TSA or your username. We know many people don't know their TSA number. And then it asks you, do you need to make up for April? Do you need to make up for May? It could be both. And give us the order numbers, and we'll take care of the rest for you and get those orders done for you. So I'm excited about that. And again, I want to make it clear, Talitta, can you help me make it clear to everybody? Those orders are going to count for the June volume and June commissions, but we are going to give you credit, right? Now, they won't count for your June Star Achiever. You still got to do your June Star Achiever separately.
And I think it's good to tell people, if they don't know how much they're missing, just do a whole Star Achiever order. I mean, there are so many clients out there that needs the skin tag. There's so many clients that need Zens. So if you're even questioning how much you need, I would just go ahead and get 12 new customers, 12 new boxes of skin tag or Zens or skin tag. You're good to go.
Absolutely. Hey, Mark and Talitta, why don't you guys share with everybody, why they want to make sure that they take advantage of this opportunity and go Star Achiever?
You go first, Talitta.
I'm like, I'm taking over this. I want to make sure I respect that.
You're on fire.
Why they want to make sure they want to be consistent? Because let me tell you, after 12 months, the people that are really founders of any program with Mr. Bucks, they have the greatest rewards. And I'm telling you this from previous experience. The consistency here pays. So this is the minimum you can do to maintain your business going. Like, there just doesn't make any sense for you not to qualify, because it's on you. You can get customers, you can share testimony, you can share video, and you can get customers. So Star Achiever is a must. And why you want to make sure you go back and do it? Because they're giving you an opportunity to keep the stars counting, and my heart is beating nonstop. I just saw somebody pop in here. I don't know if I was supposed to, but Mr. Mark, I want to leave it out to you because now I'm breathless.
Okay. Yeah, Talitta, you said something. You said that you were able to experience this previously. Okay. And that right there, folks, when she said that, I thought, oh yeah, that's right. She did experience this previously. So listen to what she said, and it's awesome.
Mark.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of us could say it any better than Talitta, but I know somebody who can. We have a special guest on. I'm gonna have to mute myself because it's echoing through mine. So everybody, here you go. Your CEO and mine, Mr. Holton Bugs.
Am I on here? Okay, there we go. I was figuring out how to get on flight school, and I had to have Cesar come and teach me how to do it. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Talitta. Listen, incredible job, awesome job. Way to rock that training. And I saw a lot of the comments on. We were watching it through Facebook Live, so I saw a lot of the comments through Facebook Live, and so just awesome to have you to come on, and it shows all the ladies around the world, regardless of whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you're in a relationship or not. There's a lot to be contributed there, and you rock the house. Thank you so much, and for serving the entire company. So, guys, I'm not on here long. I sent T. Gray a message this morning. I got a call from Jackie Pippins. You guys always hear me say Jackie's going to get that money, right? And I was over in Mexico, and Tunde and I were over in Mexico and just clearing out a lot of things for our skin tech, and made some great strides. Got a lot of product that people are receiving now, and a lot of product will be received next week as well. And so we made tremendous progress, developed some great relationships and some partnerships over there, and we'll be creating a distribution center point over in Mexico, as well as what we already have over here in the United States. But anyway, I get a phone call from Jackie, and she says, "HP, I've got groups crying." I'm like, "What are they crying for? Talk to me." And she says, "Well, they want to do their Star Achiever, and they just couldn't do their Star Achiever for whatever reason. And is there any way they can do it, because they're crying because they wanted to have perfect attendance?" And so I said, "Jackie, tell me how many people you're talking about, who's been trying to do it." So she gave me this list, or gave me this number of people. And I said, let me make it happen. And so what we did is we found a way to go out there and make it happen. And so those of you who were fearful of losing out on what's going to be taking place with all of our Star Achiever benefits, and if you want to be Star Achiever, and if it made you fall out of Super Star Achiever qualification as well, get with your people. And anybody from the month of April, which was the month that we were having some challenges on credit cards going through, vouchers going through. We were having probably only about 20% to 30% approval ratings during that time, and it was pretty rough. We obviously got that fixed along with many other things that have been fixed. And I can tell you right now, I can tell you this here. I can sleep a little bit better now, knowing the fixes that we have made, and knowing the fixes that are on their way in very short order, that we'll be able to fly with very little obstruction whatsoever. But month of April and May, if it was a challenge for you, you were confused, you couldn't see your volume in the back office, you couldn't get into the back office, or you just didn't even know that you weren't qualified. But if you want to, those of you, if you want to, you go ahead and you look at what your April volume was. Okay, so let's just say if your April volume was 100 QV, that means you need 300 QV. So in the month of June, if you know that you're qualifying for Star Achiever, that means you'll do 300. And if you need it to make up for April, that means that you will have a total of 500 in the month of June. And what we will do is we will go back and give credit for Star Achiever only for the month of April. Okay, for the month of April. And that way you would not have missed April. Now, the commissions will be credited for June's commission, as T. Gray mentioned. But if let's just say that you missed April and you fell short May. In May, you only did 150. June, you did 100. So that means that if you wanted all 3 months, you would have had 300 done for June. That would have qualified you for June. You would have to do an additional 200. So that's 500 total for April. And you would have missed May by 150. So that would be 150 plus the 5. That would be 650 QV. Okay, that you would have gotten. So what that does for you, only for those for those 2 months. So for example, let's say that that you did need it for June, and for April and May. Right now, if you got a show special, you can do it however it is that you want to. This is only for those of you who are interested in making sure that you stay plugged in to Star Achiever. I can tell you this here, guys, at Go Diamond, we will be what I call running at optimum speed at Go Diamond, a little bit before that as well, but Go Diamond will be running at optimum speed. I can't wait for Go Diamond, by the way. But a show special, which right now gives you 1,000 QV, would have qualified you for April and in May. So if you did it, let's just say, for example, if you did a show special in May, and if you did it in June, that would have qualified you for the previous 2 months. So we just want you to have the ability to do what you need to do so that you don't miss any of the show special benefits, and not the show special benefits, but the Star Achiever and Super Star Achiever benefits. I definitely can't wait to see you guys. Here's what I will tell you. I think we're almost right at capacity for Go Diamond. This is going to be a different Go Diamond. This is going to be a different event than anybody has ever seen before, especially with us, with Ibüümerang. Yeah, we'll still have our, still going to be an incredible event. It's still going to be, we're going to have a great party. We're going to have a lot of excitement. There's just always going to have that flair. But what we are going to do at this event is you're going to get what I call the deep, intense training on what to do to go diamond. Many of you will be able to hear from, if not see, some of our newest diamonds, the Smickel brothers, who've just been rocking the house over in the Czech Republic. I can't wait to get out there. There's an event that's going to be taking place, and I know Johnny Wembry, myself, is definitely going to be in attendance there, and then Darren Gibson, one of our newest diamonds that we just have in the month of May, who joined the company in the month of May, went diamond in the month of May, broke rubies, broke emeralds, broke sapphires, and all different type of rings as well. And so we know, number one, that it can be done. So if those of you want to go diamond, here's the thing I want you to understand. Tommy Johnson left a message in our diamond chat, and he's talked about the power of events. Okay, the power of events. And I know some of you have some restrictions. I was talking with David Hunt back and forth. He says that, they always attend events, but they got new restrictions where people can't come in, people can't leave. But what I will tell you is this here. I know you can watch it through the through live stream. And live stream, yeah, you'll watch it, and this information will be the same. It's going to be the same information. What I can tell you is the impact of what we are going to do and how we're going to lay things out. This is almost Go Diamond, in my opinion, will be really the true beginning of our rebound. We talked about 2021 being the beginning of our rebound, and obviously we encountered some what I would consider to be catastrophic challenges, specifically from an IT standpoint. The solution for those challenges have already been implemented. I'm not even concerned that we will have any IT challenges anywhere remotely close to that for the rest of the time that we'll be for the future of our company. So we've gotten all of that worked out. But what I can tell you is we are so intently focused on any and everyone who wants the real goods. You won't leave this event wondering, how do I do this? Or how do I do that? You won't leave this event with any questions that will be unanswered about the future of Ibüümerang, and most importantly, your future as a diamond and the how-tos, the inspiration from it. I watch a lot of events through Zoom and through live streaming. And one of the things that I can tell you as well is the level of what I would consider to be focus that I have when I'm there at the event. It's a major difference. I've gone to plays before and I've gone to Broadway plays before, and I've watched concerts. And I've been right there, front and center, front row or second row, or even sometimes, way back in the back row. And I can hear the music when I watch it on television. I can feel the music when I'm there. For those of you who've ever had a chance, and I took a group of people years ago, and I've taken them twice, and I took them to in Las Vegas, and I took all the diamonds to see Celine Dion. And I wasn't, Cesar, you remember that, right? Yeah. You were not even diamond yet, okay. And so I took all the diamonds to see Celine Dion. And we sat there and we were in the arena. And the talks that she gave prior to listening to her, just listening to the performance. And there was a difference of feeling what happened versus just watching what was taking place. And what I will always remember is the feeling that impacted me. What I saw is by watching her performance and being in that arena, it allowed me as a businessman, as a networker. I felt this transformation of being able to dream much bigger, to know that there was a higher level of engagement that could be delivered, because I watch and I attend events differently than I used to when I was my first 5 or 10 years in network marketing. But it impacted me. And I never forget leaving that event the first time that I actually saw, and that was the reason I brought the diamonds, was because I knew how I felt after being there the first time. She got into, there was something that happened that event or that concert got into my spirit. It got into my psyche, it got into my emotions, but I had heard the songs 1,000 times before. And I never felt the same about the songs prior to attending her concert. And so why did I go back a second time? Why did I go back a third time? Why did I go back, I think, even the fourth time that I've seen that same concert? It's because I wanted everybody that I knew to have that same feeling. You know, I never got a chance to see Michael Jackson in concert. But I know that we went to Vegas and we watched the Michael Jackson show. And I think Ernie and I was just maybe Edwin, I don't know who it was. It was a couple people that maybe we went with or whatever. But I've always, and I recommended it because I sat there and I watched what the music was about. Michael Jackson wasn't even there. But I now understood the meaning of more of the music of what has taken place. And I bought tickets and gave tickets, you know, for concert winners to go and attend that event, that concert, so that they can see and feel it. It's the same thing that takes place with what you're going to experience at Go Diamond, because we are laying out the bigger picture. And many of you, here's what I want you to do. I want you to put a price tag and say, what price would I be willing to pay if I could inject a feeling of infectiousness from a business standpoint, a feeling of knowing that I'm in the right place at the right time, a feeling of knowing that I have a clear path to my destiny, a feeling of being inspired, just personally inspired, to go and tell everybody that I know about the Ibüümerang products, the Ibüümerang story, the Ibüümerang vision. What would I pay for that to be inside of me? If there was a doctor who, you know, many of us now, we do all of these surgeries, right? We put stuff in, some of us, we take stuff out, right? But if you could have a surgical procedure that implanted what was required for you to be free, what would it be worth to you? You know, just think about it. You know, how many of us have had something implanted that cost us thousands of dollars? And that implant was, what was that implant for? And this is not a judgment on any of that stuff. I think, you know, well, you do whatever you want to do. But when you got that implant of whatever it was that implant and that belief that something about you physically was going to transform, and your self-image was going to be improved. And it gave you that confidence. And every day you woke up, you had that reminder because your body looked a little bit differently. And you looked at your body, and it's not what your body looked like or whatever it was that you had implanted or removed or whatever it is, or adjusted. And some of us have done just anything to do some kind of improvement. But what was the feeling? How did you feel? And maybe it was not even real. Maybe you saw something that you thought needed to be changed, and everybody in the world looked at you as being perfect. but you thought it was something of yours. But once you got it done and you looked in and you saw what you thought everybody else saw, and you were proud, and you woke up every day and you felt happier, even if it wasn't real. You felt complete, even if it wasn't real. You felt worthy. You felt accepted. You felt bolder. You had more confidence. And maybe that procedure was $5,000. Maybe it was, you know. And I remember myself, you know, when was this? Maybe about 12, 13 years ago. I had veneers. And I remember the money that I spent on the veneers, and it gave me a boost of confidence when I was speaking. It gave me a boost of confidence when I was meeting people and greeting people and whatever it was. And it could have all been a part of my head or whatever it was. And I'm not saying it made the difference of me being successful or not successful, because before veneers, I'd already become a millionaire. Okay. But was it worth it? It was. And so the thing that I challenge each of you is being present, being in the moment, being there physically, if you could. Okay, I saw somebody put up something, Psycho-Cybernetics. It's a book by, I think, Dr. Maxwell Maltz. But being there makes a difference. And Tommy said this, and I've heard it 1,000 times as well, is that not everybody who attends an event will become a diamond. Not everybody who attends an event will become successful and do great things and build a huge business. But in my 30 years of being in network marketing, I can tell you this. Everybody that I know who's made an impact, major income, other people with major income, other life-altering and life-changing occurrences that have happened to many, many people are looked upon as leaders or looked upon as icons in this business. Every single one of them attend events. And all of them can give you a story of when they made a decision that they would have never missed another one. Every single one of them. We all come into the business and some of us have our different stories. I remember my first event, and I remember contemplating whether it was important to be there or not. Early, and I had just joined network marketing, and I'll never forget, I wanted to buy my first computer. And it was a compact 386 computer. Some of y'all have no idea what that means. It meant that I think it probably had 2 megabytes of RAM, and it had a hard drive, maybe 100 megabyte hard drive at that time. And I bought that computer. I'll never forget buying that computer, and we had an event that was called Free Enterprise Day. And I just joined the business, just joined. And I joined the business in September of 1990. And Free Enterprise Day was later on that month, same month. It was right here in Houston. And I bought that computer because I had been saving up for that computer. I've been saving up for it, 5 1/4 floppy disk. Didn't even have the 3.5 inch. It was a 5 1/4 floppy disk. No, 3.5 was with it as well. And I was so green about computers, didn't even know what I wanted. And I bought the computer and I got the computer home. I said, well, why isn't it working? And the guy said, well, you didn't buy a monitor. And I didn't know that I needed a monitor. You know, I just didn't even think about it. And I bought the computer knowing I should have bought event tickets. I was so angry that I couldn't use my computer. I said, I might as well go to this event, because I was going to be home on my computer figuring out how to make the computer work while everybody else was at this event. I had not even been in the business 30 days. And I I mustered up the money some kind of way, and I went to this event. And I never forget going to this event, and I never forget the speakers that came across the stage. And obviously at that time, it was a gentleman by the name of Bill Britt, who I had a chance to meet didn't even meet him, but see him on stage for the first time. And he spoke, he came on at about 8 o'clock at night, and he spoke until about 1 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't even feel like it was a 4 or 5 hour talk. I expected to be, I expected to go there in the morning and come home maybe around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock that afternoon. And we didn't leave that event until 1 o'clock. And then at 2:30, I'm sorry, at one, he got off stage at 1 o'clock, and at 1:30, they had a meeting for leaders who had brought 6 different legs to the event. I'm like, y'all have it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Do y'all understand what's going on? They like, yeah, but this is where the leaders meet. And it was so foreign to me. Why? Because I was raised around a bunch of people who had a 9-to-5 mentality. I couldn't have experienced that watching it from home. I couldn't have experienced it if they had come back and even given me the recordings and the notes. It wasn't just what was on stage that changed me. It was also the mentality of what I witnessed, that people were so excited to go to a meeting at 1:30 in the morning. And they went to this meeting at 1:30 in the morning, and they were just recognizing all of those people who had 6 legs in the event. And I never forget, and I'm a very competitive person, and I'm looking at, and I'm like, I'm not even invited. I get invited to everything. And I saw people walking past me, and I felt this sense of, I got to get my stuff together. I got to get my act together. And I'm watching them because I don't like the feeling of somebody doing something that I can't do or that I'm not doing, especially when I have the ability to do my best. I don't have a problem whatsoever my son dunking a basketball around me. Why? I'm not trained to do that. I'm not dunking the basketball. It's just not happening. Okay. But all I had to do was get serious and bring 6 people to that event with me, and I could have done that. I could have done it. And I'm watching these people walk by me, going into the room, and it was something that happened to me. It wasn't them going into the room that affected me. What affected me is when they closed the door. They closed the door, and I couldn't hear what was going on in the room in terms of the words. All I could hear was certain cheers, and I could hear applause, and I could hear music. And it's 1:30 in the morning, and there were about 20,000 people at the event. But I'm watching my group who had this particular night. It was called a night owl, and my leader, who had there was probably about maybe about 200 to 300 people in that room out of the 20,000. And there were several different rooms that had night owls. It's 300 people from my leader going into the room, and I'm not there. And I sat outside the room that night. I'll never forget it. And I can remember to this day taking my ear and trying to just listen to what it was that they had to say. If I could just hear one of the words that they said, it would have been golden. I couldn't hear anything, but I was there, and I felt it, and it was unique, and it was different for me, and it did something to me, and I never forget. That was the moment I made a decision. My first event. Had I bought the monitor, I don't know if I'd be speaking to you guys right now. If my computer actually had a monitor, me focusing on a computer could have actually impacted and washed away the impact that have been placed on millions of people. When I look at Edwin and Andrea Haynes, and I'm not saying that people wouldn't have been successful without me, because they can. But I look at what will their lives be like had I bought the monitor. You know, when I look at Cesar Munoz, what would he wouldn't be here right now? What would his life be like? When I look at Daniel and Talitta, what impact? You know, he had been around network marketing before, but he found someone that he can connect with, and he's been able to change his life. And I look at their daughter and the life that she'll have because of who they are and because they're free. It was a monitor. It was the absence of a monitor. And then it was a simple decision to say, you know what, I don't have a monitor. Let me find the money to go to this event. And I never forget, every event afterwards, anytime they had something that I qualified for it. If they were gonna, if they had, you have to have 6 legs to get in that event. Listen, I never forget, I did everything. I would leave an event and I knew that the 6 legs I had at this event were gonna quit. I would leave the event making sure that by the next time the event come up, I'm gonna have 6 people who attended the event with me so that I can get to those meetings. And then it just grew and it grew and it grew, and they developed something called A-Team. You remember A-Team? And A-Team is where we would have, you know, you had to show the plan 10 times per month, and you had to sponsor 2 people every month. And you got a chance to go, we would go to this restaurant called Claiborne's. It was a cafeteria. And the food was okay. No, it wasn't even the food, but it was that I never wanted to be on the outside of a room and somebody closed the door in my face. I felt like I had told myself, you're not good enough. I told myself, you know, you're not worthy. I felt like I had let myself down, and I had only been in this business for a couple weeks. But see, that's what changes people. This is not about selling an event ticket. I'm not here to sell a ticket. We've already spent more money on this event than we're going to bring in. So we do that every time. So this is not a capital raise. What I'm telling you is something not for this event, because we can't even have the size of event that people have. I looked at myself, I'm on screen up there, okay? We can't even have the size of an event that we would even want to have, okay? But this is so that you can put into principle how to think and how to go about building your business from event to event to event to event. Here's what I do know. I don't know who all is going to be there. What I do know is that there are going to be some people who are there. They're going to get exactly what I got when I made my decision. And I know what my decision was worth. I know the value of it. I know the long-term value. I know the ripple effect of my decision to go to that event. I know what it was worth. And some of you will be in that environment so that at least you had the opportunity to get it. I don't want you coming saying it's magic. I'm just going to come because I already know he's going to say something and he's going to do his hocus pocus and I'm going to be magically impacted. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not going to happen. But some of you are really ready. Some of you are prepared. Some of you are working and you just have been doing what it is that you need to do. And that timing is ready for you. Okay. Who are you? I don't know. I can't choose you. They didn't choose me. No one came and pointed a finger and says, he's the one. I had to do that. but I showed up. And 30 years later, I've only missed one event, and that was because of a major family, I don't want to call it emergency, a family priority that was taking place, and it was an event in Mexico that I was supposed to attend about 4 years ago. Okay. So again, what's the cost of your implant? What is your cost? Is it the $149 to have what I'm explaining to you? Is it the $500 on the airline ticket? Is it the hotel room? Because we've yet to have any event that costs as much as any physical implant procedure will ever cost. But I can tell you that the emotional and the psychological impact that this implant of Go Diamond will have has benefits far greater than any procedure that anybody else can ever have to implant anything inside you. That doesn't go just for this, for Go Diamond. I'm teaching you how to show up, because most people don't show up for their own pre-celebration party. You show up once you are being celebrated. Your pre-celebration, you don't show up for. And it's typically because of a lack of belief. And the less you believe, the more you need the event. The more you believe, the more the event's going to work for you. At the end of the day, regardless of whether you are there or not there, you need the event. And so I appreciate each and every one of you guys. That we're getting, you know, closer and closer to it. I can tell you right now, we're going to rock the house. We are going to have, you're going to really get to see the deep dive of many of our speakers, the speakers that you'll have. It won't be these 30-minute flash in the pans. They're going to be able to develop the content over an extended period of time. And I will probably speak about 25% of the entire time. It could be as much as 30%. And so you're going to get HB Unleashed, and there will probably be some moments as well that will be off camera that will benefit people. And so just think about it. I just want you to think about it, because I think back 1:30 in the morning, I couldn't get in. By the way, that 1:30 ended at around that 1:30 ended about 3:30. It's 3:30 a.m. And then we went for the meeting after the night owl. And that was when we went to a little restaurant, Denny's or something like that. And that ended about 5 o'clock. And then we got back in line at about 7 o'clock in the morning. For those, I saw the people sleeping outside. That's where I learned that. 7 o'clock in the morning, they were back in line, so that the event that started at 9 a.m. and did it all over again. And people ask me, would I do that again if I had to? Not only would I do it, I'd recruit harder. I'd have so many people sleeping outside with me. I'd have so many people not buying monitors. I'd have, because I know the future. I know what it's about. And maybe your monitor is your new iPhone upgrade. Maybe your monitor is your new Father's Day gift that maybe your wife or your significant other is going to spend. You know, they're choosing between, do we go to this event, or do I get in this new watch or this new bracelet? I can't tell you what to do. You know, you're a father. You know what? You should be celebrated. But mine was my monitor. It was the biggest purchase that I had ever made at a time. And so when it was big for me to find a way to do something against what was big, this is why my success also is the biggest success that I've ever had because of it. So small investments normally bring about small returns. You want to do something major, sometimes it's going to be something significant. So I can't wait to see you guys there. Talitta, awesome job. I'm excited to be on the same recording. Hey, Bella. Hey, baby. I'm excited to be on the same recording with you. And look at her. See, that's the baby of free parents right there, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to pass it back over to Tigray and Mark if they have anything else. And Talitta, you guys rock the house. Boom! Can't wait to see you guys.
Nothing else.